7:42 on a Tuesday morning. Your thumb hovers over the button for payment number 72. $380. Same as the last 71 times. You press it. The balance rolls to zero, and for a second, you just sit there in the driver's seat, engine off, holding a steering wheel that is now, for the first time in 6 years, completely, entirely yours. The fabric on the seat is worn through on one corner. The key fob only works if you press it twice. You don't care. Nothing in your life has ever felt this paid for. The car is a 2012 gray sedan, 104,000 miles. You bought it used, and it has never once been cool. Your life is ordinary in the best way. A decent job, a desk next to Dev, who started the same month you did and earns, as far as you can tell, exactly what you earn. You like Dev. Everyone likes Dev. And this Saturday, Dev wants company because Dev is doing the thing every adult with a steady paycheck eventually does. Dev is going to the dealership, and he wants you to come because, in his words, your sad little car is finally paid off, which means you can finally afford a real one. The showroom smells like glass cleaner and possibility. Dev finds his SUV in 11 minutes. $38,000, gleaming under lights designed by people who know exactly what they're doing. $610 a month, 72 months. He signs like he's autographing something. And here's the part nobody tells you. You almost signed too. There's a sedan across the floor calling your name, and a finance guy already printing paper. You get as far as the desk. And then you think about that morning, the zero balance, the steering wheel, and you do something that feels less like wisdom and more like chickening out. You leave. And that night, half embarrassed, you set up an automatic transfer, $450 a month, into a plain, boring index fund, same date your old loan used to bill you. If you could afford the payment, you can afford the pretend payment. Year 1 belongs to Dev. The SUV is magnificent, heated everything, a screen the size of a placemat. He gives coworkers rides just to watch their faces. Your sedan, meanwhile, develops a rattle that comes and goes like a shy ghost. Then, 12 months in, Dev, just curious, checks what his SUV is worth now. $30,400. He laughs it off. $7,600. That's what evaporated in year 1. Not from crashes, not from damage, from nothing. A new car loses roughly 20% of its value in the first year, and it happens silently while the payments march on at full price. The rattle in your sedan, it turns out, was a loose heat shield, $40. Year 3 is where your resolve gets tested, because year 3 is when your mechanic uses the phrase, "while we're in there," brakes plus a suspension arm, $1,180. You sit in the waiting room doing the maths of doubt. This is why people buy new cars. No surprises, no waiting rooms. Maybe Dev's right. Hold that bill up properly. $1,180. The scariest number your car has produced in 3 years. Dev's SUV produces $610 of certainty every single month. Your terrifying, once every few years repair bill is less than 2 of his payments. You've had one of these. He's had 36 of those. You pay it. You keep the car, and the transfer you set up and forgot about. It's been quietly eating in the background. $18,240. Year 4, Dev gets restless. The SUV is fine. That's the problem. It's just fine now. The new model has a bigger screen, so he trades in. And at the desk, the finance guy slides over a number Dev wasn't expecting. He still owes $19,800 on the loan, but the trade-in offer is $17,200, $2,600 of the negative equity. Dev owes more than the car is worth. And instead of paying that gap, the dealership offers to make it disappear by rolling it into the new loan. $45,000 of borrowing on a $42,000 truck-sized SUV. Dev will now spend years paying interest on a vehicle he no longer owns. This is the upgrade Treadmill, and it's designed so smoothly you can't feel the belt moving. $680 a month now. Dev doesn't mention the negative equity to anyone. You only know because you were there. Years 5 and 6 are the montage nobody makes movies about. You change the oil. You replace a battery. The key fob now needs 3 presses, and you've developed a private handshake with the driver's door. Nothing happens, and that is the entire strategy. Because while nothing is happening, The transfer keeps firing. Month 62. Month 68. Some months the market's up and the number jumps. Some months it drops and you feel briefly sick and change nothing. $41,400 now. You've told exactly no one, because I kept my old car and bought index funds, is the single worst story ever performed at a barbecue. Year 9 hands you the social bill. A second date going well, right up until the parking lot, where she looks at your sedan, 13 years old now, one hubcap officially retired, and says kindly, "Oh, it's vintage." At the office, Dev's SUV has heated seats and an admiring audience. Your car has a glove box that opens during ambitious left turns. And here's the thing nobody warns you about. The cost of this path isn't financial. It's that everyone can see what you drive, and no one can see what you own. That week, your account crosses $70,850, more than either of your annual salaries. And the only living witness is a push notification you swipe away at a red light. Compounding has no badge, no engine note. It doesn't even have a color. It just has a number, and the number is starting to move on its own. Year 10, right on schedule, Dev upgrades again. A truck this time, $52,000 of it, because the SUV wasn't really him anymore. $745 a month. That's his third signature in 10 years. And if you stacked his payment history end to end, it would read like a second rent. Your odometer, meanwhile, rolls past 168,000 miles somewhere on the highway, and you tap the dashboard twice. An actual, unironic thank you. The pretend payment fires for the 120th time that same week. You genuinely do not notice it anymore. That's the version of automation nobody sells. Not an app, not a hack. Just a decision you made once, 11 years ago, still showing up to work without you. Year 12 delivers the boss fight, the transmission. $2,380, says your mechanic, with the face of a man delivering a eulogy. And everyone, Dev, your sister, a guy at work you've spoken to twice, says the same sentence. It's not worth it. The car's only worth $3,000. They're doing the wrong maths. They're comparing the repair to the car's resale value. But you're not selling the car, you're buying transport. Compare the repair to the cost of replacing the transport. $2,380 is 3.5 months of Dev's payment. If this repair buys you even one more year of driving, it beats a new loan by thousands. The question is never, what's the car worth? It's, what is the alternative cost? You fix it. Your sister sends you a link to a car listing anyway. Your account, for the record, $108,200. Year 13, 9:14 on a Thursday morning, and the email lands on the whole floor at once. Restructuring, consultation period, affected roles. You can feel the temperature of the office change. In the parking lot at lunch, everyone is on their phones, and everyone is doing the same silent maths. The mortgage maths, the payment maths, the how long can we last maths. You lean against 15 years of faded gray paint and open your account. $131,000. Your life costs about $2,600 a month. You do the division slowly, twice, because the answer seems impossible. 50 months. If the worst happens, you are fine for 50 months. And standing there, you finally understand what you've actually been buying all these years. Not returns, not a number. This exact feeling on this exact morning. 3 parking spots away, Dev is sitting in the truck with the door open, not going anywhere. Same email, same salary as you. Always has been. He still owes $31,000 on the truck. Severance, if it comes to that, is 3 weeks. He's not broke. Dev has never been broke. He's something quieter and more common than broke. He's trapped. Every option he has this morning goes through a payment first. And when he catches your eye across the lot, he doesn't say anything. He just looks at your terrible, wonderful 15-year-old car like he's seeing it for the first time. So, rewind it, all 15 years, side by side, as one ledger. Dev's column, 72 payments, then another loan, then another, $122,940 paid, for a truck currently worth $24,000 that he still owes $31,000 on. Net result of 15 years of paying for cars, about $12,000 of actual ownership. Your column, $81,000 of pretend payments, transferred and forgotten. grown through nothing cleverer than time and average returns to 155,700. Same salaries, same city, same fork in the same showroom. The difference was never income, and it was never luck. It was which direction the monthly payment traveled, out of your life forever, or deeper into it. That weekend, Dev actually comes over, and asks the question that took 15 years to arrive. How? And you tell him the whole system fits on a napkin. 1. When a payment ends, don't spend the gap. Redirect it the same week, automatically, before it dissolves into life. 2. When you're tempted by a monthly number, multiply it out. 610 a month isn't 610. It's 44,000 over the loan. Price the whole thing. 3. Put $60 a month in a repair fund. So, repairs are a line item, never an emergency. 4. When a big repair comes, compare it to months of a replacement payment, never to the car's resale value. And 5. You tap the napkin. When you finally do upgrade, you'll know you're ready because you won't need anyone's finance office to do it. Year 15. The gray sedan finally tells you it's done, softly, the way old friends do. And you buy its replacement the strangest way you've ever bought anything. A 3-year-old car, $18,500, paid in full, in one transfer, no desk, no finance office, no monthly anything. The money comes out of growth alone, and the account barely flinches. 137,200 still working. On the way home, you realize the old car's last gift. It didn't just carry you for 15 years. It bought the next one. Somewhere, another version of you signed that paper 15 years ago. He's fine. He was always fine. But he's never once stood in a parking lot on the worst morning of the year and felt completely, quietly free. That feeling was never for sale on any showroom floor. You built it, $450 at a time. And if this story was worth 15 minutes, subscribing is the one button here with no monthly payment.